Hey guys, sorry I didn't get you a Tuesday story. I got so caught up with everything that was going on and getting ready for class and not feeling that well that I just totally slipped my mind to even send a Tuesday story. But um, I wanted to give you a couple messages here today on Friday, and I know it's a little late, but I was kind of coming up with which story I wanted to do today and why. Um, and give you a little backstory here to start. Um, I haven't really had the greatest relationship with my parents, especially the last couple of years. A couple of years ago, we kind of stopped talking and haven't really heard from them much in the last almost 2 years. Um, so it's been very difficult for me. It weighs on me a lot, and part of that is one of the motivators of why I try to reach out to you guys all the time. And some of you guys might think it's corny and cheesy and maybe even insincere, but I can tell you it's definitely not. It comes from a good place, and definitely try to look out for you guys, just so that you know that you have someone that will listen and will not judge. And that's really important to me because, again, part of the relationship issues that I've had with my parents come from always feeling kind of judged about like my opinion or my feelings or what I had to say was not necessarily worth it or was not warranted, or being told like you have no right to feel that way. Um, I can tell you from working in school though, that your feelings are your feelings, and you don't have to explain them to anyone, and you don't have to justify them to anyone, and they aren't right or wrong. They just are what they are. So be okay with that. This one though is called "Honor Thy Parents" because I've been thinking about them a lot and reached out and told them I love them, and I hope you guys will do the same. When I left home to attend Loyola, it was such a relief to be away from my parents and their nagging questions. I often had a bad attitude in their presence, and I rarely told them anything about my life. Through Diane's wise words and living examples, however, I grew to understand that my parents were the two most important people in my life. Family was first and foremost to Diane, and this included her team, whom she lovingly referred to as her second family. Her father was present in every single game that she ever played and or coached. He wasn't as vocal as her mom, though, who yelled, cheered, and waved to set up pom poms. Her mom also loved to chat with the parents at tailgate parties and at games. Like Diane, she had a way of making everyone feel good. Diane always showed her parents tremendous respect, generously bestowing hugs and kisses every time she saw them. If she was coaching and needed their help, she treated them just as she would any of her other assistant coaches. They were basically included in everything and even rode on the bus with us to every game. Diane's respect for her mom and dad quickly rubbed off on us. She would frequently ask questions about our families and had dedicated all their names, including those of our siblings, to memory. An amazing feat. When she gave us her priority speech, parents were always first on the list. Diane wanted us to share all the ups and downs of our lives with our moms and dads. When she proudly told us stories about her children who she would come to who would come to her first with all their problems, it made us long to have that relationship with our own parents. She was so pleased that her kids shared their issues, however bad, with their mom. The respect and love that the children had for Diane was obvious, and Diane's respect for them was unquestionable. I got into trouble once at Loyola for going into a bar while I was underage. I couldn't imagine confessing that to my parents, so the first person I went to with this problem was Diane. I trusted her, and I knew she understood me. What should I do? I asked. Call home and tell your parents immediately, she quickly responded. They'll understand. You're young. It happens. So I did just that. They were angry, but appreciated that they heard the bad news from me and not secondhand from the school. And at the end of the conversation, my mom asked, Did you tell your coach? Actually, I said I told Diane about it first. Diane often stressed that parents were number one during her after game locker room speeches in front of her players, alumni, and the players' parents. Thank your parents for supporting you, she ordered, and go over there right now and hug and kiss them. And don't forget to tell them how much you love them. Up until a week before Diane took a turn for the worse, my teammates and I visited her at her house to cheer her up. Although not feeling well, she still made it a point to ask about our moms and dads and share stories about her parents and her own children. Call them, Diane ordered as we left the room, something she had reminded us to do almost from the moment we met her. And not just when you want something. Call them because you love them and because you want to share your experiences with them. You know, you are here because of your parents. Before meeting Diane, I took my parents for granted a bit, but her example taught me that the more room I make in my life for my parents, the more they enhance my life. I wanted to share that for a couple of reasons. One, because of my personal experience, and two, because it mentions not taking people for granted. I know that a lot of you seniors and many of the rest of you know that you lost a classmate and potentially a friend this week. And whatever your relationship was with Julian, I had him in class. Were we particularly close? No, but I have 3 or 4 great memories, and those are the memories that I'm going to choose to keep. I remember him kind of getting an answer from Sarah Mohana in fifth period at the end of class in a trash ball, down by 4, him going in the back of the room and sinking a 5-pointer to win it at the buzzer, and the place going completely wild. I remember having to apologize to the foreign language teachers down in A3, A2, A4 for the noise that disrupted them for like 2 weeks. Say, I'm so sorry about that. I'll warn you next time. And that's what I'm going to hold on to. And I hope everyone who had any interaction can do the same. But please understand that life is short, life is precious, and to make it count with the people that you care about most is something very, very important. So I wanted to stress that to you going into this weekend. Obviously, this situation has made all of us a little bit more emotional at times than maybe we would be otherwise, but that's okay in certain situations, because again, how you feel is how you feel. You don't have to explain it to anyone. You don't have to justify it to anyone. Just be yourselves, be proud of that, and know that if you ever need anything, honestly, you can reach out to me and I will happily take that message and communicate and reach out and get back to you, so that one, you know that you are loved. 2, you know that you're supported. And 3, you know that there is somewhere that you can turn if you don't feel like you have that somewhere else. So, again, going into this weekend, I miss you guys. I love you guys very much. This has been so hard not being able to see you. It's been so rough knowing that the seniors are going to go through this and not get to experience all of the awesome things that come with senior spring. But understand that there will be brighter days. Tomorrow is going to be 75 degrees and sunny. Get outside, get a tan, sit in the sun, take a deep breath, and understand that life will continue to go on, and that spring is coming and good weather is coming, and we still have it pretty good, most of us. So if you need anything, if anyone here is having trouble getting meals, please let me know. I'd be happy to help out with that. But again, I miss you guys. I love you guys. What's your homework this weekend? Tell someone you love them. I love you. Bye.